I'll tell you when there's not going to be rain. There's not going to be rain coming up for the Greater Peoria Honor Flight thing that our buddies in our studio right now are going to tell us about.
Is it a thing?
It's a thing. It's a technical word that I'm using. My friend Scott Corsaut's here. Scott, good to see you. How are you?
Good morning, Greg. Good. How are you?
Matthew Barnes, you guys are both with. You are with the American Legion.
We are.
You both.
Yeah.
Tell me about the American Legion first of all. What is the American Legion? For folks know it. I mean, the VFW, American Legion, other organizations like that. You kind of know it's a veterans group. But what's the purpose of it?
Right. The purpose of that, the American Legion it's the largest lobbying force in Washington D.C. for veterans' rights and services regarding to healthcare and things like that. And we, our motto of the American Legion is "Veterans Still Serving America," and that's part of what we're doing this weekend.
What was your service? What did you do?
I was in the Marine Corps.
Matthew Barnes, what did you do?
I'm an Air Force veteran.
So American Legion is all. It can be any service, right?
Correct.
It's not
Yes,
service.
sir.
You know, I think
Correct.
when people think when they think American Legions or veterans group, I think there's a certain group of people think it's all people in their 70s making chicken or something.
That's-
And there's people in Iraq and Afghanistan. There are recent veterans that people forget about.
That's a great point, Dan, and that's something that we're trying to get away from. There's a stigma of that. It's a bunch of older gentlemen that are sitting in a bar, smoking cigarettes and drinking beer, and we're a lot more than that.
Yeah.
We do a lot in the community. We still get back to the community. We give back to Greater Peoria Honor Flight, America's Gold Star families. We take gifts to nursing homes for veterans at Christmas time, scholarships. So it's a lot more than just a bunch of old guys in a room just kind of hanging out.
And on a
Cooking
personal
chicken once a week.
And on a personal note, Matthew, I'll ask you this question: why did you feel like you wanted to be part of it?
I've been
something you get out of it.
I've
right?
been a member of the Legion for many years. When I lived in Champaign-Urbana, when I transferred up here, took a look at several legions in the area. Felt most welcome in the Heights, and you know, they made the mistake last year of making me the vice commander.
Oh, what a screw up!
Yeah, well,
Bad move.
somebody had to do it. But just a great group of guys. We don't have a kitchen, we don't have a bar. We get out in the community and do what we can to, like Scott said, continue our service.
That's cool, dude. I like that.
And that was part of the reason of this Armed Forces Celebration Day. It was a vision of Dave Johnson with the VFW and Navy Club, Robbie Matheson and Poor Brothers, to have a veterans event in the Heights that make people aware that we're here. We feel it's vitally important to join forces as veterans organizations in a day and age when we're losing members.
Right.
Fortunately, our post is not. American Legion posts are closing, so it was a recruiting tool. Was essentially the beginning of this.
Was the last year the
Forces
first one?
Celebration Day. Correct.
And I was there. I kind of accidentally came.
Right.
I came because of this young lady over here. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But it's this Saturday. It's coming up this Saturday. It's in the Heights. It's going to be in the Heritage Plaza there, right? It's Poor Brothers doing this, right?
Yes, correct.
And describe what happens and what the money goes to do.
Okay, well, what happens, the event starts at 4.
Yeah.
We start selling raffle tickets at 4:45. Our first band is the Memphis Dives out of Galesburg. They're a rock bluegrass band. We're really looking forward to them. They take the stage at 5. PhanieRae and the Soul Shakers go on at 8 o'clock. And
the money raised does?
Yeah, the money raised goes towards the Greater Peoria Honor Flight, which affords honorably discharged veterans day trip to Washington D.C.
That
to
thing took off, didn't it?
yeah,
Pardon
to
the pun, but
visit
that-
their memorials. We
Yeah.
have a pre-flight dinner the night before, and just honor their service and give them a chance to reflect on it.
Is there anything that we, listeners, me and Dan, or anybody involved, needs to do to come to this? Do we have to buy tickets ahead of time? Do we just show up?
just show up.
Just show up.
Right.
Anytime between 4 and 11?
Correct.
It's this Saturday night. Poor Brothers, if you don't know what it is, it's right on Prospect. It's the Heritage Square building. Is that building that's it's been there for years. Now they've kind of added onto it recently.
Right.
Yeah.
Right as you're just a block down from the big stop signs.
Yeah, we're having raffle drawings. We've got about 35 to 40 bundled raffle prizes. We're doing 3 different 50-50 drawings, and we'll have veterans from Vietnam, Desert Storm, and the Iraqi conflict drawing those tickets for us.
Well, now we're going to turn our attention to the better looking group.
Okay, it's nice to talk to you. Yeah, see you later.
So you guys just hang tight a second.
And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching.
All right, we're going to turn our attention to the better looking group. Better looking group. So you guys just hang tight a second. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching.
And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching. And I'll be sitting when the e
PhanieRae and the Soul Shakers. I gotta tell you, PhanieRae, this happened exactly like this last year at this event. My wife and I are at home. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock or something like that. And a friend of ours posted on Facebook they were watching you. In fact, they took a selfie in front of the stage with you guys singing. And I said to my, because we've been wanting to come see you, and we don't live far from there, from Four Brothers, and very uncharacteristically for the Batten family did we like get out of pajamas and go back out. But we came out specifically to see you and had a blast.
Well, thank you.
Your band is tremendous. You, I would like to say this, if you've never seen PhanieRae sing, I don't know that I've ever seen anyone who has more joy in their face while you are doing it. Tell me about that. What is happening in your head?
When I'm on stage, there's just this amazing energy exchange that happens between us and the crowd, and with everything that's going on in the world, it can be a dark place sometimes, and music is really the medicine, man, and I can't help but just burst with joy when I'm up there with my voice.
I don't even know how you can sing because you're smiling so big.
My face hurts after shows.
But I would imagine, and my wife and I both were struck by it. It was like, well, there's a woman who really, really feels every moment of it.
I'm blessed to be able to be up there.
How do you pick what you sing?
Just the songs that that resonate the most. Songs that have either a good message behind them, or whatever gets the crowd dancing. I love, I like that.
There is a moment I told Scott about this last year when I saw you singing. I don't know the name of the song.
For What It's Worth.
For What It's Worth.
Yeah.
Just sing the first line so I can remember what.
Something happened in here.
Yeah.
What it is ain't exactly clear.
So Dan, I could have you keep going. When that happened, the crowd there at that event is very interesting demographically because I'm in my 50s, my wife's in her 40s, there's young people in their 20s, and then there was a bunch of guys you could see were Vietnam vets when that song came out, is when they were serving. Everybody was singing along or dancing to it or doing something to that song. And I thought, look at the range. There's a 50, 60-year range on that song.
Yeah, that's
and it's a
always
song
timeless,
about dark
and
times.
It resonates deep with
It
people.
does. And there was a dark time when that song was written. That song wasn't written to be a happy tune.
Right.
Yeah.
Your guitarist looks like, if you see the old K-Tel records of the 60s, the Grassroots, the Kings, he looks like he could be a guitarist for any one of those bands.
Right, yeah, Pete is awesome, man.
Name everybody in the band so we give
Well,
everybody
we've got
credit.
some new members
Okay.
too. We just got Josh Seidel on the drums, and he is an amazing percussionist and DJ. He produces his own music as well. We just got him recently, which is a huge blessing, and we've got Ben Corey on the bass, and ladies definitely love him. And we've got Dusty Colley.
Was he LL Cool J? Ladies love Ben, LL
He's just a beautiful man. Ladies love him.
All right, okay.
We've
Enough
got
said.
Dusty Colley on guitar still, one of the originals of the band with myself included. And then we have Mr. Peter Adriel on the guitar and vocals as well.
Nice. Well, your music makes people happy. You are happy up there, and we want people to come see. No, is there a cover charge, Scott?
No, it's absolutely free.
You just
Is it
show up.
indoor or is it outdoor?
It's
It's outdoors,
Oh,
and
that's
they
a
do it
great
in that
spot.
that little area.
The big courtyard. It's really
Courtyard.
beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
the bar's available too.
Yep.
It turns out there's a bar there.
Uh-huh.
And they bring bars out. They have some special bars outside, or you
Yeah.
can go inside and do the craft beers thing if that's your thing. But the good news is you're singing and us coming, and all of what you and Matthew and you and Scott are doing is helping some veterans take part in the Great Peoria Honor Flight. So this event is called Armed Forces Celebration Day. It is this Saturday from 4 to 11, Four Brothers Heritage Square in the Heights. Do I have everything?
Yep, I'll be starting the music off with the national anthem at about 4:55, right before the Memphis Dives go on at 5, and we start at 8, play till 11.
I'm going to listen a little bit more of it. Here we go.
Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. My own beliefs are in my soul. Butcher, the baker, the drummer, and it makes no difference about the group I.
Matthew, Scott, PhanieRae, thank you for coming in this morning. We appreciate it. We'll see you. I guarantee you, I will see you on Saturday.
Great.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.